What type of kid are you going to get from a mother that poisons her husband? Well, you're going to get Nero Claudius Caesar. He is not Claudius's son, but rather his adopted son. And since he is because he is an adolescent when Claudius is poisoned, the early part of his reign is really very much characterized by direction from his mom, Agrippina, and I screwed that up on the last slide. These Roman names with male and female, tough to handle. So Agrippina, and also the Roman philosopher and statesman Seneca the Younger. He eventually marries a woman named Pompeia in 62. The same year, he passes a bunch of legislation that very much consolidates his power, even more than his predecessors. He passes a series of treason laws directed at anyone he sees to be a threat, allowing him to execute them through the mechanisms of the state. In 64, you know the story, there's a great fire that destroys much of Rome. Legend has it that Nero had it destroyed so he could rebuild it. You probably know who he blames for this, needs people to persecute, and so points his finger towards Christians as kind of an outlier group that don't integrate well into Rome. More on that next class. He has tons of enemies, tons of assassination plots against him. A number of the conspirators in these assassination plots were basically forced to commit suicide. This includes a whole list of notable who's of this era, but probably the most important of those is his previous tutor, Seneca. Continued unrest within the Senate and a bunch of problems in the provinces give his enemies a chance to depose him. And right before that is about to happen, in 68 AD, he commits suicide. And this brings up not so tidy of an end to what we call the Judo-Claudian emperors, right? Those who can be said to be connected back to Julius Caesar through Augustus, and who are very much linked to Claudius himself as well. Control of the Roman Empire between Augustus and Nero had very much been based on tyranny, on controlling the military, and without a clear successor after Nero, a lot of this unravels. The year that he commits suicide, 68, Rome has 4 separate emperors. 3 die early, and they end up leaving the title of princeps to Titus Flavius Vespantius, who we know as Vespasian. So more on him next.